Groundbreaking evidence from Pop Smoke case will shock you.
So my grandma called me Papa, like, you know what I'm saying, since a kid.
This past Thursday marked a month since the tragic passing of Pop Smoke. While the entertainment world seems to be recovering from the news of his death, his family is still looking for answers. As time goes on, it feels as though we may never know what really happened to the young star. However, the latest evidence may come as a real shock. Thanks for joining us on Lime Report, as today we take a look at all the evidence surrounding Pop Smoke's mysterious passing. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment keyword Brooklyn for a chance to win our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. As you all know by now, Pop Smoke was shot and killed in his Hollywood Hills home on February 19th. The rapper was out the night before, in LA, and arrived home early Wednesday morning at around 4 a.m. 10 minutes later, 3 armed and masked men entered the young star's home through the front entrance. Reports also tell us that one assailant entered the home through the back door. Police presumed this man to be the shooter. When they broke into the home, the men made their way to Pop Smoke and shot him twice, fatally injuring the rapper. We're told Pop Smoke was not home alone. However, he was found alone during the time of the attack. Initial reports from police told us that the break-in and shooting were motivated by a robbery. However, that story never seemed to add up. The perpetrators fled the home on foot after the shooting, and surveillance recovered by police revealed the suspects did not leave with valuables. As the investigation proceeded, law enforcement realized they'd made a mistake in the case profiling. The problem with the break-in theory was that while the suspects took things during the break-in, no other evidence surrounding the case supported a robbery. As previously mentioned, the suspects didn't leave the home with anything of real value, and when the crime scene was looked at, detectives realized there was no sign of ransacking, which is consistent with robbery. The absence of the evidence proved to authorities that a robbery simply did not fit. That's when things began to twist for Pop Smoke's mysterious death. Stay tuned as we reveal the evidence that changed the course of Pop Smoke's murder case. With the robbery ruled out, police looked at other motives that could move someone to assassinate the young star. Pop Smoke was known to be an active member of a gang associated with the Crips in Brooklyn. His shaky past forced detectives to take a look at gang-related murder. However, when detectives followed up leads, they couldn't seem to pinpoint anyone who would have the means to attack Pop. According to the lead detective, they saw no signs of any gang members following Pop Smoke from Brooklyn to carry out the attack. To further add to the confusion, witness testimonies were of no help. When Pop Smoke was shot and killed in his home, a few things felt pretty off. As I said before, Pop Smoke had company over when he was shot and killed, so naturally, when police arrived on scene, they tried to interview eyewitnesses. Normally, a case like this would produce several reliable witnesses to help solve the case quickly. Yet when interviewed, each witness was either completely uncooperative with law enforcement or unreliable due to several statement changes. Things didn't feel right, and it seemed as if the witnesses were trying to cover something up. The uncertainty behind the reports led some couch investigators to try and solve the case on their own. The plan backfired, to say the least, as their search led them to wrongfully accuse Pop Smoke's brother, Mike D. From what we know, Mike did have some suspicious moves before and after Pop Smoke's death. However, nothing he did could lead us to believe that Mike turned against his brother. The day before Pop was killed, he and Mike posed in front of the new Hollywood home and posted the picture to D's Instagram. The problem with the photo was the address number was showing and Mike forgot to blur it. Additionally, he deleted every photo he had on Instagram, including the photo in question following Pop Smoke's death. The moves were questioned, and from this small mistake, fans began to accuse Mike D of setting up Pop Smoke and allowing him to die. The notion that he would set up his brother upset Mike D greatly. He took to Instagram, and under a photo of himself and Pop as children, D defended himself, accusing the couch investigators of lacking any sense or sympathy. Police never followed up with this theory, as no real evidence points to Mike D as a suspect at this time. If Pop Smoke's death wasn't the result of a robbery gone wrong or a conspiracy by his inner circle, then what motive could his attackers have had to want to kill him? Don't go anywhere as we disclose what led to Pop Smoke's murder. You won't want to miss this. It's no secret that Pop Smoke was affiliated with the Crips. He often delivered stories of his dark past in his songs, recounting his time dealing drugs and running missions for the sake of chasing paper. While police acknowledged the fact and attempted to connect his gang-related past to his death, they shot in the dark and missed. To us, the case is clear as day, but the angle police were chasing led to nothing. We suspect the reason for this is because they aren't able to confirm stories, with none of the witnesses cooperating with police at this time. It's quite possible that Pop Smoke's boys want to deal out justice in their own way, rather than let the slow-moving legal system try and punish those responsible for their friend's death. Police reported they were looking to see if someone from a rival gang had followed Pop Smoke from New York to carry out an assassination. Yet that theory is a bit of a stretch because, frankly, there is no need for someone to go to such lengths. Gangs move much smarter and more quietly than police sometimes expect them to. That and the emergence of social media have made it easier than ever for members across the country to communicate and possibly order a hit. What we have to remember is that while Mike did leak the address number to Pop Smoke's Hollywood home, Pop leaked the whole address on social media the day before his death. All it would take is for one op to see the address and set the wheels in motion. Some organizations reach across both coasts, so it would be pretty easy for someone in California to confirm the address and begin planning an assault on the home. Our theory may seem a bit far-fetched, but it's backed by one piece of pretty incriminating evidence. Pop Smoke leaked his home address when showing off a gift bag sent to him by designer brand Mike Amiri. On the bag, his address showed clear as day. After some digging, the Lime Report team discovered that a few hours after the young star leaked his home address, a suspicious young man was seen posing in front of Pop Smoke's home to snap a picture. The move felt a bit off, and so we set out to try and identify the young man. While we still don't know his name, we found the photo he took of Pop Smoke's house. The picture was taken on Snapchat, and the caption read, "Faulkner, that addy look familiar?" followed by a smiling devil face. The young man was throwing up what we suspect to be a gang sign, and the photo leads us to believe that he was a scout for a rival gang trying to confirm if Pop Smoke lived there. That piece of information, along with the fact that witnesses aren't helping police, changes the perspective on this case drastically. If we were able to find the rival gang's photo so easily, who's to say Pop Smoke's team didn't already know about the guy? For all we know, they could have already enacted their revenge and are simply leading police on a goose chase until the case blows over. Whatever may happen with the case, we know that it won't be easy for law enforcement to solve this case. That is, if they ever solve it. Bashar Jackson, better known by his stage name Pop Smoke, left a mark on New York's illustrious musical history that will not soon be forgotten. Pop Smoke came out of Brooklyn's Canarsie neighborhood, often called the Flossie, thanks to fabulous famous lyrics about the town. His city was not the safest, and to make matters worse, he was already gang-affiliated by the age of 13, yet his rough lifestyle somewhat helped to launch his career. Pop Smoke's aggressive charm was the match that lit his city on fire when he released his single Welcome to the Party, with drill stars before him laying the groundwork. Pop Smoke's gruff sound and melodic bars he laid out on his tracks allowed him to separate himself from the others in the same space. Pop's voice was a one-of-a-kind, grimy, roaring whisper that attacked futuristic beats often produced by 808 Mellow. His friendship with the producer came somewhat by accident in a story that led to a ferocious half-hour studio session, birthing his breakout single. The two became close and began working to develop his now immortal sound. In related news, it seems the charges brought up against Pop Smoke for stealing a Rolls-Royce Wraith from a music video set are being dropped. Prior to his sudden death, the New York rapper was arrested on charges of car theft. The Welcome to the Party artist had come to an agreement with the owner of a Rolls-Royce Wraith to use the luxury vehicle in a music video in California. In exchange for use of the car, Pop would provide VIP treatment for the owner at one of his shows. All went well until the owner realized Pop Smoke was ghosting him. After not being able to reach the rapper despite multiple attempts, the owner reported his Wraith as stolen. After returning from Paris Fashion Week, Pop was arrested at the airport and charged with transporting a stolen vehicle across state lines. The car was found at his mother's home in Brooklyn, and the artist ultimately put the house up as collateral for his $250,000 bail. After news of his tragic death broke, the judge overseeing the case issued an order that required the U.S. Attorney's Office to submit a status update on the case. With it, assumed that motion for the nolle prosequi is en route, which means prosecutors would no longer move forward with litigation. The motion would be a huge relief for Pop Smoke's family, as the estate would be responsible for all charges and damages otherwise. We unfortunately still have no clear answer as to who Pop Smoke's killer is. Whoever they are, we can be sure that one way or another, they will get what they deserve. All the madness going on has made it tough for the family to find peace during their time of need. What do you think is the next move for detectives working the investigation? Will law enforcement ever be able to solve this case? Or will justice be dealt behind closed doors? Thanks for tuning in to Lime Report, everyone. We'd love to hear what you have to say in the comment section. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment keyword Brooklyn for a chance to win our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway.
Playing basketball coming up, and then, you're from Brooklyn, and the Nets coming out to Welcome to the Party?
Yeah.
Well, is that crazy for you?
And you active, and you doing these crimes. It's only 2 places, you know what I'm saying? I don't be tripping when the homeboys go to jail. Like, that's...
If I play that little clip of you doing that and my dog was nearby, he'd be like, what the...
Oh, the clip on IG?
Yes, of you barking.
I don't know what that was, man.